Good morning, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Good morning. Hello, everyone who is live streaming with us today. And we just want to welcome everybody and let you know that whoever you are and wherever you are in your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. Let's open up some songs.
Well, good morning, friends. If you're able to stand with us, we're going to sing into this day together. I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Walking and talking with my mind stayed on spirit. Walking and talking with my mind stayed on spirit. Oh yes, walking and talking with my mind stayed on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. You can't blame your neighbor with your mind stayed on spirit. You can't blame your neighbor with your mind stayed on spirit. You can't blame your neighbor with your mind stayed on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. Oh yes, I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. One more time. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Yeah. Well, good morning. We're glad to see Robin back today. Yay. Well, take a minute to greet some of those beautiful faces out there. And if you're on social media, let us know where you're tuning in from.
We missed you too.
All right, shall we? I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 My soul is welcome
All right. Well, it looks like we have kiddos already up here. But if you are a kid here for our children's program today, and if you want to make your way up to stage, we also have something Zina's gonna guide you through here before we sing our song out to your class.
Good morning. Hi, everybody. So we have been celebrating and recognizing Advent. And, yes. Yes. And we have gone through 2 weeks, and today is our third week of Advent. And we're going to invite the children up to place these animal figurines on our altar. But for those of you who weren't here or want a little reminder of what we've covered so far, the first week of Advent is the week of stones, a force that lives in seashells, in crystals, and in bones. The second week of Advent is the week of plants. You can see we have our plants that reach up to the sun, and in the breezes they dance. So today is the third week of Advent, and it's the week of beasts, a force that lives within creatures, the greatest and the least. And so I've brought these animal figurines up for you all. I had one volunteer just in case for backup. And you can go ahead and grab an animal and place it anywhere that you would like.
I'm doing this one because I'm Leo.
Okay, you're Leo. That's perfect. Hold on one second. Wait 1 second. There you go. There you go. Okay. All right. One more, maybe? Okay. Go ahead. Okay. Yes. Beautiful. What's goodies in there? Yeah. Okay. Maybe this one too? Yeah. Ooh, look at that guy. All righty. There we go. Okay, one each. Okay.
We're going to make sure they're all full of the mammals there.
There you
Yeah, all of
go.
them.
A chicken, yeah. There you go. Yeah, a little polar bear. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And what we're going to have you all do is stand up in front of the altar. Okay. Turn around. Okay. And we're going to light this Advent candle. And let's just hold these precious ones in our heart, knowing how we're so blessed to have these littles with us. Yeah. Okay.
All right, and we'll sing them
Sing
out
them
to their
out.
classes. Will you all sing with us? Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special
special place. We got Mother Nature and the human race. The world's got trees and bumblebees, rivers and lakes and the open seas, mountains and valleys and animals too, and a sun that shines on me and you. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. We got Mother Nature and the human race. We got Mother Nature and the human race.
All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Andrea Wood, and I'm the practitioner of the day here this morning. And I wanted to remind everybody at the right at the back of the sanctuary, we have our prayer vessel. We have prayer request forms. And if anyone would like to have a prayer, feel free to fill out a form and leave it in the vessel. And one of the practitioners will be happy to pray with you. So let's join together in prayer right now. Join me in knowing that there is one creative and loving presence, one allness of being. This is Spirit that lives in all creatures, all beings everywhere, near and far. We are truly one with the One. And at our core, there is a divine spark. At our center, there are wonderful attributes like love, light, peace, all goodness that we are imbued with, that are inherent in our being, no matter what outside circumstances. So as we enter this time of approaching the solstice, when our days are darker, we know that that spark is still within, that inner light, and we can depend on that. With this understanding, I know this is true for all beings everywhere. I'm so grateful for the love and peace that are in all things. And I release my word, knowing it is done, and so it is.
Well, let's move into some musical meditation together. Loving Spirit dwells in me. This is my divinity. As within, so
take comfort as I am. Surrender all need for a plan. Divine presence is always at hand. Take comfort as I am. Take comfort. Take comfort as I am. Surrender all need for a plan. Divine presence is always at hand. Take comfort as I am. I know there's only one. I know there's only one moving me to be untethered, undone. I accept this love healing, breathing me whole, and give thanks for it is done. Take comfort as I am. Surrender all need for a plan. Divine presence is always at hand. Take comfort as I am. I know there's only one moving me to be untethered, undone. I accept this love healing, breathing me whole. I know there's only one moving me to be untethered, undone. I accept this love healing, breathing me whole, and give thanks for it is done. And give thanks for it is done.
Thank you so much. And thank you for the beautiful prayer and the Advent for today. So when I'm talking about miracles, it's a miracle I'm on the stage today, and this is why. We were in San Diego traveling together, Patty and I, and so about 6 in the morning, the phone starts with the alerts. And anyone flown Alaska Airlines of late, your flight's been canceled. So there was a number to call. I called the number, and basically I was like, okay, we need to reschedule. Oh no, we've put you on a flight. Spokane, Washington, you leave San Diego at about 4. You get to Spokane, you spend the night in Spokane, and then we'll fly you to Seattle, where our car was, to drive back to Bellingham. So I know, folks, I hope you won't lose respect for me, but I did it. I played the minister card. Just said, well, you know, I'm a minister. There's a pulpit waiting for me Sunday morning at 10 a.m. I have to be there. And so it was really so lovely because the gal on the other end, and I don't know if that inspired her or if she was scared about it or whatever, but boy, she really worked to get us here very late last night. So this is what it looks like coming in late. And she did it. And as we were talking, you know, when she was rebooking what had already been booked by the airline as an auto book, she said, interesting enough, I have a poem, a Psalms on my computer screen for times like this. And she said, and it says, and it's Psalms 30, May the Lord answer you when you are in distress. May the name of the Spirit of Jacob protect you. And our sort of belief systems are similar in the fact that there is a spiritual truth that runs through the golden thread of all religions. And so for me, it actually helped me to not feel distressed. And I kind of fell into what was. And that brings me to my topic today, which is faith, not fear. And there was two options, maybe three or four, but we'll talk about only two since we don't have much time today. But there was a couple of options, one of which was, and I don't know if you do this, but it was freak out mode. Like, oh my God, what are they going to do? These people, as in you people, my people, are going to think, can't even make it to the Sunday you're supposed to be up here. And the mind, it just starts carrying us into all of these areas that are not the actual truth of what is really happening. And so her words grounded me in the moment. And all of a sudden, everything worked out. And, under the circumstances and how it all rolled out the rest of the day, it actually worked out perfectly. And so it is a miracle that I'm standing here with you today. Thank you. So let's talk about faith and kind of juxtaposition it with the fear that we carry. It's just a human tendency, nothing personal. And I like to bring a story, and many of you may have already heard it, and it comes from one of our great spiritual teachers, Pema. She talks to us about this idea of fear. Why is it so innately in us? Why does it have so much power over our decisions in our life? And so she brings a beautiful story called the warrior story to us. Warrioress for those who prefer it. Once there was a battle within a young warrior's mind. Her teacher told her that she had to do battle with fear. This is what was stopping you, your fear. So she told her and encouraged her to face her fear. And she didn't want to do it. Sound familiar? It seemed too aggressive. It was scary. It seemed unfriendly. But the teacher said to her, "Here are your instructions, and now I'd like you to go to battle." The day arrived. The student was ready. She stood on one side, and fear stood on the other. And the warrior was feeling very small, and fear looked very large and looming. And she looked it in the eye and said, how may I address you? And may I have the permission to address you? And the young warrior roused herself and said to this thing called fear, "I'm scared of you. Will you give me the permission to face you and to stand before you in my power?" And fear said, "Thank you for showing me such kindness and respect. My weapons are that I get in your mind and I talk really fast. And then I talk really fast, and then I get very close to your face so you can't even really think anymore. And then you get so unsettled, you revert into yourself, and you stand in fear. The way to combat me, if you listen, I will tell you how. You can even be convinced that the fear might be true, but if you don't do what I say, if you don't create the dialogue with me, I have no power over you." And I love this because it's really talking about how we can learn that fear is a function like a muscle. I know for me, I love working out, and there's times where, months will go by. And I'll be back on the saddle, and, you lose a little bit of what you've earned, right? And I'm not saying faith needs to be earned, but it does need to be practiced, because it is when adverse situations or conditions in our life come, or surprises come to us that we're not expecting, that faith really can be a beautiful thing to rely on. And faith isn't saying that fear doesn't happen or that we don't have the moments of fear, but it's really putting fear where it belongs. And my spiritual teacher, the wonderful, just amazing Reverend Dr. Kathy Hearn, would always say to me ad nauseum sometimes that fear is false evidence appearing real. And I'm sure that many of you know that term. As we became less mentor-mentee and moved into more friendship, Kathy would say, it's a cuss word, beep, which would be beep everything and run. And, it really is illusion. When we begin to entertain, like Fear was saying to the young warrior, we start to entertain and let fear come in, and we have so many different emotions and feelings around it that then it starts to kind of create this confusion, right? Chaos. And then all of a sudden we're thinking about things that are supersonic in the future, or it's 3 a.m. and we're laying there in bed and going, oh, God, I wish I could just not feel so frightened. When we go to faith, it's almost like that stillness of spirit just washes over us. That peace and that inner knowing that we are being cared for by the divine, that spirit has never left our vicinity, that it's as close as our own breath, our hands and our feet. It is us. So I guess the question is, where's our faith? Where do we stand? And this is a juicy time for that. Juicy in the sense that it's the most powerful, right here and right now, this time period is the most powerful, mystical energy in all the year. Sure, we can say, hey, it's Christmas, or there's Jewish holidays, there's Sufi holidays, there's all kind. It's almost a convergence of spiritual energy happens right now. And it's that spiritual energy that can bring us into a deeper awareness and a deeper communion with that thing, whatever we call that thing, that something, Spirit, God, the infinite, the all-knowing, the all-present. It can really be a great time to be in the stillness and to be in that place of complete receptivity to what Spirit is bringing us forward towards. It's also a very dark time, as we know. Our practitioner was talking about this being, the solstice moon, the winter solstice coming on the 21st. And it's, the darkest time of the year, but it's also the time of the year where the greatest part of the invisible yet to be about our destiny, our individual soul's creation, begins to have a nurturing place, like a seed that is growing, that then when the light comes, we are able to express ourselves and come out in a fuller orbed and a fuller embracing of who and what we really are. So it's a very rich and powerful time. And I also think that it's a time that we hold holy our agency, to decide for ourselves what it is that we want to pin on this thing called the holidays, the time that we're supposed to do or be or express, or family expectations about how this time should be spent. And so in this journey through the silence of this time period, we're also invited to fully functionalize our faith and to have the courage to embark on this exploration, starting to unpack our faith from what we grew up with or what we were told was supposed to be this time period, and instead coming back into that place that, I'm going to tell us today, folks, it's the best place we can ever be because it is where faith itself rests. And it's giving ourselves permission, the agency to decide for ourselves what and how this sacred time is to be spent. And, with that being said, we also come into this idea of having to have compassion. Because this season, we're told it has a reason, but the season also can have a tremendous amount of melancholy and even some feelings of sort of depression or downness about it. Because it's just so pressure filled with expectation. And so I'm giving myself, first and foremost, permission to kind of redefine what it means, these sacred days. And when I, think about growing up Catholic and then having a Sufi father, okay, that was really weird. Still trying to unpack that whole thing. And each of those traditions brought forward within me an idea of how I wanted to be when it came to this most sacred time. And with that, there was a lot of rebellion in terms of feeling like I was on the outside of some celebration or some way of thinking or some idea of what needed to be done because it's the holidays. And I started to really have to look at that. And one of the stories, and as a wayshower, I'll bring a Jesus story into our fold here. And it really is as a wayshower. He was such a wayshower on what it is that we were really meant to be and do. And like the Buddha, and like Krishna, we brought these certain words, or Pima, certain words from spiritual traditions and people who practice those traditions in the mystical sense and brought forward great gems of truth. And he almost stoned in the streets for saying something that was unthinkable. Have ye not faith that ye are gods? And we're not saying it in the sense of, I'm God, I know everything, I'm so powerful. But it's in the sense of not putting spirit or the idea of the infinite and all-indwelling energy that moves through everything outside of ourselves. It's the embodiment. It's bringing it into the fold and making it who we are and really believing that. And it's one of the greatest gifts we can give to ourselves and to others is by recognizing that, by looking at each other not through the conditioned ideas of what the world is telling us to see each other as, but through the higher vision of seeing each of us in our own unique way as spiritual part and parcel of the divine. It's so powerful. And to walk into this period of time where we are right now in this season, in this time of the year, with that idea of the divine that is us, and embracing that and going into the stillness and being with it and allowing it to speak its ancient wisdoms to us in our own way. We all have our own definition of what that thing is, and learning to commune and being with it on a deeper level is a good idea, because the darkness allows us to slow down just by nature of the time, and then to be able to do that is just a blessing and a gift to our lives. I think of all the challenges I've experienced in my life, and I bet you have too, plenty. It may be the thing that is the most true. And it's this idea of a deep exploration and a trust, a faith in something greater than the collective trauma that has been experienced around how and what religion is, and moving to a higher idea of the thread of the golden thread of spiritual mysticism, and all religions have it. no matter what religious belief you follow, it has the word, and then it has the mystical sense. And the mystics, as you can see throughout history, have been the ones that have been sort of crucified or, rejected by society. And so we are a mystical teaching. That's what Ernest Holmes was all about, reminding us that we're not Christian, we're not, we're everything. We're all of it, because each of us is everything. Each of us together collectively is the all of the everything. And so he's reminding us to think of this as a challenge, not in the fact that we can't change our destiny or who we're going to be, but in the sense that we are each writing our own story in our own way. So let's try that for a minute if we can. Let's sit for a moment together, since we have just a little bit of time here. And what if it's just okay to be who we are? Just for a second. Feel that. Close your eyes if you'd like. And I'll repeat it. What if it's just okay to be you? Let that sink in just for a second, for this moment. Feel it. It's okay to just be you. And just bringing your attention back, and just reminding ourselves that spirit, the infinite, divine intelligence, made us, each of us, in its own way. So in essence, God made us, you, me, exactly the way we're supposed to be. And we're all here writing our story, our own stories. Stories of authenticity. Stories that are about a life lived exactly the way it was supposed to be lived, because in our belief system, we also hold high the idea of the soul, and that soul is constantly in continuity with the next expression, the next greatest yet to be. And I mean, the playground of earth can be hard sometimes, but that doesn't remove the truth that we really are here dancing with the infinite at every juncture and every turn. And that the infinite isn't out here, that it's actually dancing with us too. Rumi says that you're invited to the great dance. And when we arrive, we can arrive with this idea that we don't belong. And the dance is happening. Swirling dervishes is the Sufi way of being. Constantly dancing with whatever, with the pains, the agonies, the defeats, the wonder, the beauty, the awe, the inspiration, the mystery, dancing. And then when we just let ourselves go into that in faith, all of a sudden we are actually dancing and swirling with the divine. Your story is unique, and it's your story, and it's beautiful. And having faith in it, living it authentically, whatever it looks like, we get to a place where we really realize that the Almighty has never served up anything screwed up. Yes, it's only made good, and we're all a part of that together. So I'll leave you with a quote. It's a Hebrew quote, and I do this for our house rabbi today. Chapter 11, 1 through 6. Faith. Faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So we'll pray about that. Yes. And thank you so much for being here with your beautiful faces. And you're glorious beings. Just feel so, so grateful. Closing our eyes and just coming together in prayer. And just knowing with that knowing of, we're exactly who and what we're supposed to be. And there is a divine truth that is unfolding, a divine nature that is always expressing. And we are loved as we love. The beloved is searching its beloved and is calling, constantly calling us into this silent period right now where the nurturing and communion between Spirit and us is one thing happening. Glorious, wondrous, mystical, mysterious, and wonder is awaiting us. And so I just simply recognize this as being the truth of today, every day. But right now, in this moment, we're just exactly who we are supposed to be, doing what we are supposed to be doing. We are surrounded by good. Good is not only calling us, but we are calling it forward, and we accept it as being so in faith and in spirit and in peace and harmony for ourselves and all of humanity. We simply give thanks, and in this thanks, we release it to the one that does the work. Let it go. Let it be, knowing it is done. We say yes, and together we say, and so it is. Thank you. I'd like to call the ushers up. We want to thank you for all the giving that this community does on behalf of the work done here and the message of good and peace and harmony that comes from being in such a beautiful place. I mean, the land here, the building, everything is supported by your intentions and your time, your treasure, and your talent, and we're just so grateful for that.
Joy, joy, I still got joy. Joy, joy, I still got joy. Joy, joy, I still got joy. After all I've been through, I still got joy. Faith, 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 I still got faith. Faith, faith, I still got faith. Faith, faith, I still got faith. After all I've been through, I still got faith. And love, 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 I still got love. Love, love, I still got love. Love, love, I still got love. After all I've been through, I still got love. And peace, 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 I still got peace. Peace, peace, I still got peace. Peace, peace, I still got peace. After all I've been through, I still got, let's sing it out. Joy, joy, I still got joy. Joy, joy, I still got joy. Joy, joy, I still got joy. After all I've been through, I still got joy. After all I've been through, I still got joy.
Cheer for the band. Thank you so much. All right, so I think it's time for announcements. Here we go. Oh, Andrea does this so much better because here we go, guys. Ready? Ready. Marathon. All right. Beautiful thing happening. Christmas Day, we do have a luncheon and a potluck directly after service. So bring what you like, and then everyone can decide what they can and cannot eat depending on what's there. So only bring what you like. That's what we're doing here. So it begins at 11:45, and it's a great time for community, and obviously many people may not have family, so we'd like to just open the doors and bring everybody together for that. And Christmas Day, for those of you who do not know, is Sunday, December 25th. CSL Bellingham's redesigned website. Can we have Kat and Philip stand up just for a second and put your hand up to acknowledge, right? Yeah, I mean, you guys are going to love it. It is really an amazing thing, and it's taken a lot of time and attention trying to capture everything that is CSL, because how can we really do that, right? So we got to give them credit for doing their very best, and I think that they did a great job at creating an image of a new website, up to date, that will allow for others to learn more about us and for us to register for classes and events. So it's going to be wonderful. And the launch will be January 1st. The Giving Intention Program, thank you. I mean, thank you very, very much. We have had a pretty, mighty budget. We were looking for about $205,000. And that was to meet our goals, and some of them have been met, such as the renovation fund, as you know or may not know. We're expanding the classroom here to create a second classroom, wink, 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 and an office for Zina. Yes, yes, yes. And then Laundry Love and Family Promise has also been fully funded. If you feel compelled to give or you haven't gotten into the giving intentions, there's always time for giving, and we appreciate all the giving that happens here. And our sort of philosophy is to ask only this time of the year and then not ask ever again until next year. So stay tuned. The men's group meets today. Philip, show of hands. Please see Philip. Men's group is in the back room here, in the back classroom. It's a great place to commune with other gentlemen who are spiritually minded and to practice different spiritual principles together. I also want to call out for our practitioners. Any practitioners in the room today? Yeah, we've got a few. Our practitioners are always here for prayer, and they can be contacted through the web page. You can submit prayers, and they're here to serve you as a spiritual arm of the center and to pray with you and to affirmatively know and to envision with you all of the dreams that you desire to have manifest in your life. So please, they want to be used. Use them. Okay, December Women's Group meeting is next week, and it is December 18th at noon to 1:30, and it's gifting. So every December, we have a special event for our women's group, a gifting of something beautiful that you're ready to pass to another wonderful woman. If you'd like to come, bring an unwrapped treasure you have used and are ready to pass along. And they're going to meet December 18th at noon in the back room, back classroom room, right here. They got so big they have to take up the whole sanctuary, so all the women will be here next week. Okay, winter solstice service. This is going to be wonderful, and there's a lot going on, so I'll be very brief. Winter solstice will be December 21st at 7 p.m. This is an annual celebration. We're going to have the choir. Kathy, hands up. Yep, she's been training the choir. So they're going to be all ready to give you their gifts of sound. So a holiday choir, candlelight, fire, poetry. Tabor will be there with the sweet goodbyes. All right, Lisa will be there as well. So we're going to have a really great evening together and just sharing and communing in this time, and obviously welcoming in the light every day. A little bit more will be coming after that day. All right, Sunday service for Christmas Eve candle lighting. This is December 24th at 7 p.m. And obviously you can find all of this information on our website for, if you missed the date, we have the winter solstice, Christmas Eve, and the Christmas potluck, all happening pretty much Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yes. I'd like to just have our benefit for Peruvian women with cancer. Rita Johnson, can you stand up, please? This is Rita. She's in the back room today with us. Let's welcome Rita. Okay? Yeah. I'm just going to read her words. She became aware of the need for women experiencing cancer in her home country of Peru. And she wanted to be to be supported financially in their treatment was one thing. And she has decided to create a fundraising event with the help of our center. So we hope that you'll support Rita. go back to the back there of the room and see the beautiful knitted alpaca wool ponchos, shawls, socks, and hats, and leg warmers, and gloves, and other accessories that she provides. There's a lot of our outreach is also for, this just came to my mind, something dropped in. There's a lot of outreach that we do also, so you could also support Rita and have a physical warm shawl or hat or gloves that then can go to some of the things that we do for the homeless community. And you can go to the Ask Me desk to connect with all of the different things that the center does on behalf of the greater CSL community and Bellingham community. So I want to thank you very much for your time, your attention, your loving glaze today. It's been wonderful for me, and I wish you a joyous day, and let's go out and enjoy our Sunday.
And we'll head out into this day with a song. If you want to stand with us, we'll sing. Gonna climb this mountain, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. No doubt about it, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. Let's sing that again. Gonna climb this mountain, gonna climb this mountain, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. No doubt about it, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. Leave behind what's weighing me down, leave behind what's weighing me down, wash away what's holding me back. My heart is falling, face forward, feet on the ground, living in this courage I found. The sky is calling, gonna climb this mountain, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. No doubt about it, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. One step at a time, 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 one step at a time. You all have a blessed week, and we'll see you again soon.